Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this box right here, this is going to kick off something special that we've been planning for a while. A real head-to-head between two TPMS systems. But before we get into the shootout, I want to give this Grundig system right here its own moment because there's a lot happening in this box right here. And honestly, there's also a giveaway hidden inside this video. Literally hidden. So stick around because somewhere in the next few minutes, I'm going to mention one small detail just once. And if you catch it, it's your ticket to a free giveaway for a second one of these units. So don't just half watch this thing while you're folding laundry in the background. So let's get into it. For those of you just joining us, I'm Steve. My wife Rose and I, we live full-time in our RV. I spent 25 years in auto body and mechanic work before this. So tire safety on the road, that's something I take pretty seriously. A blowout at highway speed and towing a camper, that's no joke. A couple months back, I had a tire blowout on the side of I-75 in Florida. Grundig Auto reached out and they sent me their TPMS system to try out. They also sent a second unit, one specifically for us to give away to one of our Ramblers. So today we're unboxing and doing an overview of the Grundig TPMS system, and we're giving you a chance to win it. So make sure you follow along in the video because there'll be a hidden fact in here that will qualify you to enter the contest. But here's the good news. If you don't win this particular unit, in a couple weeks we'll be doing a shootout between the Grundig system and the TST507 system that I purchased before I received the Grundig systems. And I'll be giving away one of those systems too in a second giveaway. So you're going to want to follow along for your chance to win one of these systems. Let's open it up. Right off the bat, the packaging feels pretty solid. Everything's got its own little space and nothing's rattling around inside, so nothing should get broke during shipping. On the display itself, you're getting two different numbers per tire position, not just one. It gives you real-time pressure, it gives you real-time tire temperature, and it's tracking all of that continuously, not on a delay. The temperature piece is what catches things that pressure-only systems miss. A tire can be heating up internally before the pressure number ever moves enough to trigger a warning. To access the settings, you hold this middle button down for like 3 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. You see it switches to that right there. And then you can use the up and down buttons to change what you want to set. One thing that wasn't too intuitive that I figured out, see the one right here, that's the first screen. This one right here, it allows you to set the layout. So you've got this one right here is for 8 tires right here, as you can see 8. If you hit the enter button again on the settings button here, one more time, it opens it up, and then you can scroll down to whichever one you want. So right now we've got a 6 tire system, we've got a 4 tire system, and that's back to the 8 tire system. Whenever you're done, you hit the setting button again, and then it does that. It's set, and then hold the setting button for another 3 seconds, and it'll go back to the screen, the main screen right there. The alarm thresholds right out of the box come preset at 46 psi, which is about 3.2 bar, and the lower limits are set at 26 psi or 1.8 bar. But if you're running heavier tires or a heavy-duty setup like the ones we are, you can push that upper threshold all the way up to 116 psi or 8 bar. So it's not a one-size-fits-all number. You can actually dial in your specific tire pressures. There's also a high temperature warning too. This one's set for 154 degrees Fahrenheit or 68 degrees Celsius. And from what I can tell, that one's fixed. It doesn't look to be adjustable. I'm not too sure about that setting. That seems a bit high to me. I'll get back in touch with Grundig before I do the shootout video, and we'll go over that then or after I have a little more information. The sensors themselves are cap style sensors. They thread onto the valve stem and they come with this little hex nut wrench for this little anti-theft nut. So somebody can't just walk up at a truck stop and twist your sensors off. And here's another part I can really appreciate as a maintenance guy. These aren't sealed throwaway sensors. When the battery eventually dies, you just unscrew the dome with this little wrench they provided, and it takes a standard CR1632 battery. It's the same kind you'd see in a lot of small electronics. You pop out the old one, drop a new one in, positive side facing up, screw it back down, and you're back in business. No buying a whole new sensor because of a battery dying. And once it's back together, it's rated IP67. That's dust proof and fully waterproof. So road spray and weather aren't a concern. One more thing I think is worth mentioning. If a tire sensor ever needs to be swapped to a different tire position or replaced entirely, you don't have to reconfigure the whole system. There's an individual repairing mode that lets you just assign just the one sensor to its new tire index. And if you ever want to wipe everything and start over, there's a full factory reset option too. So that's the features on the Grundig RV01. And somewhere in what I just walked you through, I mentioned one detail I want you to remember because it's going to matter in a minute when I explain the giveaway. So that's my first impressions of the Grundig system. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to do a head-to-head against the TST507 system that I bought. Same truck, same trailer, real-world test. And I'll tell you flat out which one I'd actually trust on the road. Whichever one wins, I'll keep. The other one becomes a second giveaway down the line. So there's two giveaways coming out of all this, not just one. Now here's the giveaway. Grundig sent me a second unit just to give to one of you guys. And here's how you get in on it. No purchase necessary. You do not have to be subscribed to enter. But I want to be upfront about that. To enter, you need to leave a comment in the video with two things. Okay, first, number one. Earlier in this video, I mentioned one specific number, the battery number for the battery and the sensors. I didn't put it in the title and I didn't put it on the screen. You'll know it when you hear it. Comment that number in the comments below, and then two, go back to Wednesday's video, the one about the scavenger hunt at the Grand Design Rally in Ohio. In that video, I mentioned a fun fact about one of us and something we had done before. Comment who it was and what they had done. Get both right, you're entered. This is open for the next 2 weeks. Full rules and the exact closing date are in the description below. I'll pick a winner at random from everyone who's got the answers right, and I'll announce it in a follow-up video. Good luck, guys. Subscribing isn't required to enter, but it is the easiest way to know when I post the winner announcement and to catch the next giveaway, because remember, there's a second unit coming up once this shootout wraps up. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this week's video. Good luck to everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins this first drawing. Don't forget to subscribe so you'll know exactly when we select a winner. So stay safe out there. We'll see you next week.